Hello, this is Clive Hook from Clearworth. In this 5-minute Think Spot, we're going to explore networks and networking. The purpose of our Think Spots is to give you something to think about, and I hope this will help you to begin the process of mapping your professional network. We call this your Workwide web. It's the means by which a lot of things get done in business today, and it's important to build it and nurture it before you really need it. As you'll see on this slide, one of the rules is dig your well before you're thirsty. So networking is about friendship with a purpose. It's about building working relationships which may prove to be useful one day. You don't know when that will be, but the web of contacts you make should become a connected map of people who have a working relationship with each other or have the potential to do that. I often remind people of the famous Kennedy speech adapted for this purpose. Ask not what your network can do for you, but what you can do for your network. This is an exchange system with expectations of fair trading, so you operate honestly and don't make promises you can't keep or try to take more than you deserve. And the fundamental principle is reciprocity. People do things for you if you do things for them. We're going to help you draw a map. This is a schematic representation of your Workwide web. It will change, and it should, so this is the first draft. You're going to think about current reality, not what it might be or used to be, what it is right now. So, your map's best drawn on a reasonably sized piece of paper or on screen using whatever software you think might work for you if you prefer. You're going to put you at the centre, and you're going to need 2 concentric ovals divided into 6 segments, as you can see in the diagram. For the next stage, you can either write, I'd recommend pencil rather than pen at this stage, directly on the paper, or use yellow sticky notes. You're going to think about 2 things: who they are and what they do. So maybe you want to do one job at a time, and to start with, just list the people you consider a part of your network. Job 2 is about the role they play in your network. So let's quickly run through them. If they're your sponsor, they're a supporter. Typically a person with authority, power, or influence that can back you up. Similar to them is the promoter. They're the person who tells others about you and the work you do when you're not around. The informer, on the other hand, tells you what's going on and keeps you up to date with the news. The advisor also gives you information, but this time it's about you. They suggest what you need to do more of, less of, or differently to be successful. They give you feedback. The connector is your link to other people or other networks. They're people who know people. Lastly, the expert is another form of advisor, but they have particular skills, knowledge, or experience that you might need, but are not an expert in yourself. They teach you things. You might think at this point they perform more than one role, so choose the one they do most of or you see as more important. You might also not be able to identify their role. Put them out on the sides of the map to come back to. You might know them, but they serve no useful purpose here. Your Auntie Mabel, for example. Or you may not have clarified for yourself what it is they have to offer, but you know they've got something. If you haven't done so already, you're going to put them all on the map and you're going to be thinking about closeness. This is an entirely felt thing. There isn't a nice, neat metric for this. How close a relationship do you feel you have with them? The closer it is, the closer you place them to you on the map. Again, this can change, which is why some people like the sticky notes technique. Now, I'd recommend giving your map another look over or putting it away for a time and coming back to it. Does it look about right? Do you notice any particular gaps? Is there anyone you've forgotten? Is there someone who you want to remove? When it looks okay, make a note, mental or written, of some things that strike you about what might need to change. Missing roles, lack of closeness, or time wasters are often realised at this point. Hey, great, we've got the first draft of the map. Next time we'll be looking in more detail at what needs to change and how you might approach that. So, this is Clive Hook, maybe not in your network, but certainly your friendly expert, from Clearworth. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to being of service again in the future. Bye for now.